actually pretty hard to come by. So, as you might have guessed also, dolphins rely on their senses in order to catch fish. Now, one of these important senses is their eyesight. Dolphins have excellent eyesight both above and below the water, unlike us. We can see great above the water, not so great below the water. We're going to actually demonstrate how well they can see by showing you. Basically, we're going to throw these rings in. You can watch how quickly the dolphins are able to grab them. And it's actually, we've tried to do it ourselves as trainers, not as easy or as fast as the dolphins. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys. Alright, so Bo is going to be retrieving the rings on this side. And if you imagine that these rings are fish, you can see how easily they can catch them. Now they're just playing with the rigs. Who's balls? Boys will be boys, I guess. Oh my goodness. Alright. So Bo and Foster are relatively young, like I said, 4 and 7 years old. So sometimes they have their own little antics, as you see right there. They're playing with those toys and making us look silly. Alright, well, we're going to go ahead and move on, and we're going to demonstrate maybe over here. Alright, so like I said, dolphins can see really well underneath the surface and above the surface. So, when they're below the water, they can see us perfectly fine, but if we're below the water, we can't see them. We're going to demonstrate actually how fast dolphins are. So you saw that Foster was able to grab the rings pretty quickly. We're going to go ahead now and demonstrate how fast dolphins can swim. Whether it's spinning or in a straight line, they can reach up to 25 miles per hour. To give you an idea of how fast that really is, human beings can only swim about 2 miles per hour. Now, some dolphins have actually developed other strategies to hunt for fish. There's a group of dolphins in South Carolina, very specifically in South Carolina, that have actually developed a hunting strategy called strand feeding. So if you look up at the video screens, you can get a good image of what it looks like. What they do is come up on their sides in shallow water and actually herd fish into their mouths and attract lots of birds. They always come up on their right side. Again, we're not really sure why, and this is actually a creative way of how dolphins can get fish. Now, another hunting strategy is called hydroplaning. So what the animal does is, in very, again, shallow waters, skims the surface in less than an inch of water and boards fish up onto the beach and then catches them easily. Now, a specific group in Western Australia has been seen doing this and teaching it to their young. So it's not instinctual, they actually teach their young to use
Dolphin
the behavior. And currently, Bo is learning this behavior.
Dolphin किधर है? ओए, Dolphin किधर है?
Now, to catch fish together, dolphins need to communicate, and they actually use a variety of ways to do this. So, you might have seen dolphins vocalizing, or, sorry, heard them vocalizing. They make a variety of fun noises. But, in addition to that, they actually use body language. So, you might see dolphins slapping their tails on the water, jumping out. While this might be fun and a playful way for them to communicate, it's also very important and actually can help them lead to finding fish.
Oh, look. Oh.
Udah kok kakak aja, terus kakak.
strategy that some dolphins use is called creating bait balls. So what they do is surround the fish in the bubbles, thereby confusing them, and then going in and grabbing these big balls of fish and having a pretty good meal. So we're going to show you some of our dolphins as they blow bubbles. And if you imagine a bunch of dolphins at the same time doing this, looks exactly like this.
Mama.
Now, how many of you have seen dolphins in the wild off the coast of the beach, possibly Maryland or another state? Great, a large amount of you. Well, as you may or may not be aware, dolphins in the wild face a variety of issues. The most important, though, is debris. So a lot of times they get close to fishing boats and they get caught up in nets and discarded fishing line. So Maryland and other states have actually partnered up to government program to make it easier to dispose of unused fishing line. What you see right here is actually one of the receptacles that you would see at the beach or on the dock. It's specifically for fishing line. So monofilament line is the type of fishing line that